Ata Maria, I'm Sherry Kinnear, and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. A once-in-a-lifetime moment in history as Queen Elizabeth II is laid to rest. Her state funeral was watched by billions worldwide last night. Around 2,000 people filed to the Abbey, including our Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, while hundreds of thousands more lined the streets of London. During the moment of silence, there were shots of emotional crowds in various cities across the UK. And when the Queen's coffin made the journey to Windsor Castle, the crowds threw roses into the street. New Zealand Herald reporter Adam Pearce was there.
As you can see, many people are still milling around here at Windsor Castle after today's events. Now, upon reaching Windsor Castle, the Queen was carried into St George's Chapel, where a committal service was held for about 800 people, including Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern and Governor-General Dame Cindy Herald. And you could hear a pin drop in the chapel during times where we saw the Queen's coffin descend slowly into the royal vault ahead of burial with her late husband, Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip.
From the UK to New York for the Prime Minister, where she wants to put New Zealand back on the map. Jacinda Ardern touches down in the city this afternoon after spending the last few days in the UK for the Queen's funeral. Her focus will be on the UN General Assembly and her speech on Saturday, as well as the Christchurch call, but she's also planning on doing a lot of New Zealand promotion. Chris Luxon's being praised for the handling of one of his first major scandals as Nationals leader. Tauranga MP Sam Uffindell's being welcomed back to the party's caucus after an independent investigation found an event alleged to have happened while at uni didn't happen as described. Political commentator Ben Thomas thinks National voters will be largely impressed by Luxon's handling of the situation.
The key thing for Luxon and National voters will be that he got on top of it quickly. And he introduced the kind of process that you might as a CE dealing with an issue, not trying to take care of it in-house.
And there's no way of saying quite how much the aftermath of COVID is hurting New Zealand's economy. A report by the Australian government estimates around 31,000 people are calling in sick to work each day because of long COVID symptoms. It shows Australia lost 3 million working days in the first 6 months of 2022 to illness. Finance Minister Grant Robertson says New Zealand doesn't have this depth of analysis, but the Health Ministry is looking into long COVID research.
Like everyone in the world, we'll be continuing to track this. It's obviously a very new situation, and I don't even think there's a diagnostic tool per se for it at the moment, and so therefore for people who are experiencing it, it'll be potentially challenging.
And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more stories and to stay up to date, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.